It's amazing that it's been 25 years.
No, I cannot believe it's been 25 years.
Wow.
Nope, I can't believe it.
And it seems to me like maybe it was 10 years ago, but no more than that.
It's been a long time.
It's pretty amazing, in fact, but it's been a lot of fun, that's for sure.
No, I cannot believe it.
25 years is, kind of half my lifetime.
It is hard to believe, and I was there at the beginning.
At the time of the first executive forum, staffing industry analysts had 4 employees. One was myself. Another was my wife, Gail, who was the conference coordinator for the first 5 executive forums. And then we had 2 other employees, and that made up the entire staffing industry analyst team. Over time, we grew the company and grew our own ability to do things.
The industry 25 years ago was, I think, very much in its infancy. It was very different. It wasn't strategic. You weren't thinking workforce planning. You weren't thinking, long term. It was just, need a body, here's a body.
The first executive forum in 1992 was in Chicago. We had just over 100 people. I was terribly stressed. I didn't think I could find anybody in the industry who would give a keynote speech for a forum event, so I decided I would do it myself, and that was very stressful, but it went fairly well, and I understand there's something over 1,000 this year at the executive forum, so we come a ways. But the format has, in large part, stayed the same.
I walked into that meeting and Barry and his team had asked me to speak, and the first words of my speech were, I wasn't quite sure you guys were going to let me in there, but maybe now I should be afraid that you're not going to let me out.
I went, I remember being amazed at the level of information and just how small my view of the world was prior to that event. And I decided then I'd never miss another one. And to this day, I never have.
I was amazed that they had an event where all the executives of the industry got together and really took advantage of it. And I think I made some relationships then with individuals who are now, kind of the champions of the industry.
I was just blown away by the level and the caliber of the people in the room, the information and the expertise that was being shared.
I immediately signed up and saw it as a great force for good.
People in the business often lose sight of the really important impact of the industry on the lives of millions and millions of people around the world. And there really is no higher form of charity. There is no higher form of a good that gets done in the world than helping people get meaningful work.
He'd been to 5 other agencies, none of which would give him the time of day. We spent the time to counsel the individual, to work with them, to help shape his resume, even to coach him a little bit on proper interview and grooming techniques. When he left, he said, I'm excited about the interview, but I don't even have gas money to get to the location. Whereupon which the recruiter gave the individual a $10 bill. A week later, the candidate came back with a crisp $20 bill, handed it to the recruiter and said, you saved my life.
We had a guy come into the office who had been a bus driver for many years, but he had a bad back. So he'd been laid off from his bus work, he had no other experience. He got a job on a temporary basis, and he did so well at that he was offered a full-time job. So that temporary work gave him re-entry into the work. And he came into the office when he got the job, and he was in tears because it had completely transformed his life.
We often thought about not just the number of people we're allowed or we're enabled to give jobs to, but the number of dinner plates that we're ultimately responsible for on the table every evening throughout the world.
Having a source and a partner and in many respects an industry champion in staffing industry analysts and helping to guide us along that path.
I think the industry needed it. We've got it. I think we're pleased to have it. You can tell by the attendances of the conferences and the information that's published. It's the major research vehicle for the whole industry, and it's independent.
It's really created a community of staffing professionals, not only domestically but globally, who are connected through this shared information and in ways that we weren't connected before.
Being able to see what other companies are doing in an aggregated way enables you to compare the company against other players in your industry and against other verticals in the industry.
The term staffing industry by itself was invented by staffing industry analysts.
Without, something like that, I can't imagine the industry would have evolved to the point where we are today.
I mean, I think it's the guiding light for the industry.
25 years is just shocking to me, and so, I had more hair. I've learned a lot in the past 25 years, but it's just amazed me how fast it's gone, and I'm just incredibly grateful for 25 years to have stumbled into this industry and this place. It's been a terrific place to be, and 25 years goes by in the blink of an eye. I'm looking forward to the next 25.